advice would you give bankers in terms of upping their sales skills? Are there, for example, blogs that people ought to read or books that people ought to read besides yours? People should read your books, so they should read your blog religiously. But are there people that you think are worth listening to if you're a banker trying to improve your business sales?
I mean, there are a lot of good sales blogs out there. There are a lot of good sales books, and I won't point you to any specifically. What I consciously try to do is we become prisoners of our own experience.
Hmm.
And if all we do is we read sales books or we read marketing books or marketing blogs or things like that, is we become very narrow in our perspective. So what I've noticed of the very best leaders, the very best business people in the world is they're very diverse
Mm-hmm.
about what they learn.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they may read economics, they may read philosophy, they
Mm-hmm.
may read biographies, they may read current events. Even I read Tracy Lee Child's novels, because I love Mitch Rapp and all that kind of thing. But what I try and do is I try and broaden my learning platform so that I'm learning from other places, and I try and say, what can I extract to help make me a better salesperson
Mm-hmm.
or a better business manager or things like that. So what I would really recommend is kind of a formula. Well, I'm at a point in my career where maybe my formula is a little bit different from others, but probably 80% of what I read is outside of sales and only 20% is in sales. For bankers and people who are maybe earlier in their career in sales, I would say, make sure that 50% of what you read are good blogs and good books in selling and in business. And 50% of what you read is outside of sales, but you look at it from the point of view, how can I apply that to what I do every day? What lessons can I take and apply to my work environment? And there I think you're very good. In the sales stuff, what I would recommend is look for contrarian views.
Mm-hmm.
Look for people whose approaches you disagree with,
Mm-hmm.
and use that maybe to understand and maybe broaden your own approach, or to maybe reaffirm that what you're doing is the right thing to do. There's some real charlatans out there who have huge platforms and lots of readers and sell hundreds of thousands of books, and I read their stuff, and I think critically about it. Is every once in a while even a charlatan might stumble upon a good idea, and I can adapt that, or it helps me think about what I'm doing a little bit more deeply and helps me become better understand what I'm doing and why it's important versus what some of these